Hi guys. There's been a lot of tests to see if you're ready for what you're manifesting for your new start. I've kind of been dealing with that energy over the last couple of days, and I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like, my intent here is to share the messages that I receive from my spirit guides with you, to help with like inner healing and growth. Okay, so that it'll spread in the world. The last few days, just I was not in a place to be able to do that. Okay, it's it wouldn't have come across in the right way because my energy was off. All right. And to be honest, it hadn't changed that much from my last reading. Like, the energy changes are slow, just like the page in a book. So with each video, it's like, turning a page in the book. And the messages that I had been getting were like the same, like, we're about to start the new chapter, back to square one. And so I put this card here, the Fool, which is the 0 card in the deck. It's like the brand new start of the next part of our journey. Okay, it's back to square one with all the lessons and the knowledge that we've gained from our recent experiences. It hadn't changed that much except for today. Today, this was very clear that before, this was kind of in the what's to come next spot in my last reading, and this was the energy I was feeling all day today, like a finite, like, this is it. This is the next chapter starting. Okay, so I put this card here just to intentionally just to represent that energy that I've been feeling all day, and it's from the Martin Tarot deck by Aubrey Beardsley. Okay. So I wanted to pull some cards today to represent the energy shift that I felt today. It's time to move forward, guys, basically. Okay. So I'm gonna pull some oracle cards about starting the next chapter and just some guidance on how we can manage that, and then I'll pull some tarot cards after that to kind of clarify a little bit further, and then we'll see what's to come with this next chapter. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna use my Moonology oracle deck. There's just this like overwhelming sense of leaving the past in the past and just moving forward for a new start. That's the energy of today. And I know that it's been kind of like building up over the last several readings, but today it was like, okay, we're at this square one. Okay, 0 card in the deck for the next chapter. Right? Work through your fears. Yeah, new moon in Scorpio. Okay. A lot of what has been holding us back is our insecurities, which do stem from fear and are tied to ego. This is an interesting card that came up because it's part of moving forward. Okay, is releasing that fear, and I feel like that's happening. Sorry, guys. I feel like that's happening. What's interesting is today I was going on for a walk with my daughter, and I'm like really scared of worms, you guys. It's a pretty irrational fear. But the trees that we were walking under, like these silkworms were falling down, and she's like walking through, this, like, through this pathway where these silkworms are falling down, and she's like headed to the park with the dog, and she's like just leaving me behind. She's like, okay, all right, I'll be back. And I'm like, well, I can either go with her or I can sit here and be scared that a worm's gonna fall in my head. So I literally had to do this today, but this is exactly in line with like the energy that I was feeling, like not letting your fears stop you from taking that journey, taking that next step, because otherwise you're going to be stuck, right? And you may not have a choice. Like, you're going to see, people leaving, walking, and if you want to join them or be part of, like spending quality time with them, like you have to choose to go down that path. And it may require working through your fears. That's just an example, guys, but already this is so in line with like the energy and the messages that I was getting today through those experiences. So, and it's going to be a little bit different for everyone, but that's just an example. So apply it to how it fits in your life, okay? But it's pretty symbolic, all right? All right, surrender to the divine. Yeah, this is a huge part of being at square one. Surrender, acceptance. That's what this means. Accepting what is, accepting things that have happened in the past, and surrendering to the process. Okay, it's like this transformation stage. How it was always like coming up as transformation. That is now, guys. And you can do, it'll be what you make it. If you work on this, working through your fears and surrendering to the process and accepting what was, what is, and what will be, that is complete surrendering. It doesn't mean giving up. It just means moving forward, okay? Applying the knowledge and the wisdom, or applying the knowledge that you have gained from your lessons and turning it to wisdom by using it. That's surrendering to the process, and not being fearful of what the outcome will be, knowing that if your intentions are good, that is what will be reciprocated to you. Okay, it may take some time, but it's the law of attraction. It will come. Okay, because don't forget, this is the 0 card. It's the start. All right. And what comes will come. But as long as you're not basing your decision in fear and insecurity, and surrendering to the process and accepting the process, these 2 steps coming out are like the first cards in this reading is amazing. That's a really powerful message. Okay. Bring love into the situation. Yeah. So again, making sure your actions are not based out of fear and they're from a standpoint of love. Acceptance, guys. Acceptance. I love how this is in the heart too. And also this requires having self-love as well, right? Because if we're basing our actions out of a place of fear and insecurity and not in love, the new start is we're going to be stuck, okay, in the last page of the last chapter instead of starting the new chapter, okay. All right, in the next spot, conclusions are within reach. Yeah, this is amazing. And what is also interesting too, you guys, the surrender to the divine card is the full moon card. And we will be having a full moon in, I think it's going to be in Pisces on September 3rd. And That's a water sign, okay? So it's all about the emotions, all the feels. So accepting, you know, what has happened in the past in regard to our emotions, and just moving forward. That's the biggest message that I'm getting, and I feel like this is building up to the full moon that's coming on September 3rd. It's not too far away, and that's why I felt kind of like this last chapter close off today, and this is like, so this is the energy that I was feeling all day, guys. It's time. Okay. Conclusions are within reach. Yeah. So full moon eclipse. Eclipses are really interesting. They're very powerful. It's about things in our shadow side being revealed. So that kind of goes along with work through your fears. Our shadow side is interesting because it does serve us, and all of us have it, right? All of us have that light and dark, and just like I was discussing in my intro, I didn't do any recordings the past several days because I was not in a place to shine bright, okay? But what's interesting about when you're battling your shadow side is you come back stronger. You can only shine as bright as the darkness that you faced within yourself. Just as there's like a yin-yang energy in a relationship, you also have that within yourself, okay? That light and dark. And it's using that darkness to shine brighter. It like gives your light work something to stand on, right? So yeah, conclusions are within reach. Things are ending, guys, and just new things are starting. I mean, that I got that message over and over today. Things can't stay the same. They have to change in order to make progress. Okay? So yeah, conclusions are within reach. And your actions will depend a lot, like you're going to be tested to see which way you go. And as long as you remain in a place of authenticity, and from a place of self-love and love for others, you can't go wrong with your tests and your and working through your shadow side. Okay. All right. Let me pull one more from this deck. It's time to take action. Yeah, so conclusions are within reach. It's time to take action, guys. These situations will be presented to you, and it's going to be very clear that the way that you handle it or the decision that you make is setting the stage for the next, it's here, guys. This is setting the stage for the next chapter. It's happening. So it's time to take action on things that are most meaningful to you. Obviously, we can't control the outcome. What we can control are our own emotions, okay, and our own inner healing and work, from a place of self-love and love for others. And that's what we need to take action on, okay? And conclusions will be in your favor. Things that are not in alignment with your life path, with your next chapter, you'll notice. They won't be in alignment with you anymore, and you'll be able to see very clearly. Okay? Interesting stuff. Yeah, this energy is gaining momentum. So this is perfect. This is we're starting from ground zero. And then it kind of, do you see how it kind of leads, like working through your shadow side, acceptance, moving forward with love. Conclusions are within reach. I kind of see that as like the law of attraction, like the energy that you put out is setting the stage for what you're going to get back, okay, with what you work through with the tests that are being shown to you right now? And are you going to hang on to what's not in alignment with your life anymore? Okay. And it's time to take action on releasing those things. All right. And it's just going to get stronger and stronger. But today was like the definite line of it's here. It's happening right now. Okay. So let me pull some tarot cards too. Yeah, Temperance, divine timing. The timing is now. That's perfect for what I just said. And like, I was pulling this deck up and this card got stuck on the table, which is Six of Pentacles, which is balance, by the way. But Temperance is about divine timing. It is about things happening as there's, at the timing that they're supposed to. This card is about timing. That's what I'm saying. The time is now. This confirms it. I didn't even have to shuffle or anything. But I'll still clarify these cards. Okay, so working through your fears. It's these tests, guys. It's these tests, I'm telling you. Are you ready for what you're manifesting for this chapter, this new chapter? Or are you going to resort back to fear-based thoughts and attachments and codependencies and stay in your comfort zone, basically, because the new chapter will not start in your life. If you want to make positive change in your life, you have to change the way that you move. If you want to see different results, okay, you have to change the way that you move. All right. Yeah, Tower, complete crumbling away of what was. Complete. I mean, this is so perfect, you guys. Like, this is the energy that I was feeling today for sure. Like, what's done is done. What's in the past is in the past. It's crumbled. Okay, it is the next chapter of our life. This is perfect. The Tower moment, you'll hear me refer to these a lot in my readings. It's just like a complete destruction of what was to build something new. And this is telling me that, in the collective, it has to do with fear-based thoughts, ego, yeah, so that's crumbling away, guys. And sometimes this is intentional and sometimes it's not. Sometimes we're able to notice, like, wow, I'm doing these actions out of fear, or my ego was like leading those actions. And sometimes we're shown by things external to us. This happens, either knowingly or like we become aware of something that changes our perspective, or something happens drastic in our life that completely crumbles away what we thought we knew. But it's not always negative, guys. It can be, but it's also a chance to start completely fresh, and it's happening. That's the energy I was feeling all day. Okay. All right, surrender to the divine. So this card just screams acceptance to me. And yeah, Eight of Cups, it's walking away. It's acceptance. Leaving what was. 10 of Cups, you guys, is complete emotional fulfillment. If you're in an 8 of Cups situation and you're like, this isn't completely fulfilling, and this is like walking away towards that 10 of Cups. Okay? That is the new start. All right? It's acceptance. This isn't in alignment with my life path anymore. If I want different results in my life, I'm gonna have to move different, right? It's completely in line with that. Walking away. Yeah. Okay. And also, acceptance is also, 10 of Cups. What are we walking with? You guys, you can't make this shit up. So I was literally just discussing this card. What are we walking away from the Eight of Cups for? The Ten of Cups. And guess what card came out? In the heart of the reading. This is the energy that I was feeling all day. New start. New chapter today. Starting. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, guys. Okay? And it's from a place of love. Okay? Accepting what was not in alignment with our life path anymore, moving forward from a place of love for self and others. For that Ten of Cups. Eight of Cups, walking away. Ten of Cups, it means walking towards Ten of Cups. Complete emotional fulfillment. Look at the next card that came out, guys, in the heart of the reading. Amazing, right? Conclusions are within reach. So I feel like this is like the law of attraction, like the actions that we're taking now will depend on what the universe gives back to us, and our intentions based from a place of love, or, you know, if we're still going to act from a place of fear and ego, it's not going to work, guys. The Tower, complete crumbling. Okay. But with love, I mean, this is where we're headed, guys. Ten of Cups, complete emotional fulfillment. All right. Conclusions are within reach. Seven of Swords. Yeah, it's an escape. This can mean escaping or deception. Okay. Seven of Swords can also mean like leaving a village to go look for another village. I know it sounds kind of weird, but like that's kind of like the original Rider-Waite tarot. How I'm taking this is deception. Conclusions are within reach. If you're manipulating this energy, this new start energy, right? You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start the new chapter of my life, but I'm still, still hanging on to attachments out of fear. That is like self-deception, guys. Okay, that's like lying to yourself, because you can't really have this if start the next chapter of your life if you're still hanging on to things out of fear. Okay, you're gonna be stuck in that. That's self-deception. That's what's gonna stay. You're gonna be stuck in that. That's what's gonna be attracted to you. Okay? If you release that, right, and are honest with yourself from your heart space and authenticity, this is where we're headed. Ten of Cups. All right. The conclusion that will be brought to you will be based in how you utilize this energy. All right. How you utilize this energy. That will determine the conclusion. Okay. All right. It's time to take action. Page of Swords. Okay. Yeah. Ten of Wands. Okay. So, Page of Swords is about observing. It's like observing, watching. Very like perceptive, but not taking action. All right. So it's time to take action and get out of this Page of Swords energy. Okay. So, be observant and take note of things, but don't be a bystander and observer. You have to take action in order to, and this is in terms of self, guys, like not lying to ourselves. Okay, Seven of Swords in reverse. And be firm that if you're choosing to walk away from something that's not in alignment with your life path anymore, to pursue that Ten of Cups, be firm with that, and don't be pulled back, guys. Don't be pulled back. Okay? Be firm about that. Aries, the ram. Okay? Aries is about being a leader, being bold, taking action. Okay? Not being a passive observer. Still not being a passive observer. Still, take note of things, learn, observe, but also take action. Okay? Don't be stagnant. All right? All right. And then overall energy, 10 of Wands. Yeah. All the burdens. All the burdens, guys. Heavy, heavy burdens. I'm going to clarify these one more time, just because, I understand the message, but there's a couple things that I just wanted a little bit further clarification on. I'm going to use Everyday Tarot. I want to see what kind of tower moments you guys are going through. Work and money. That's a big one right now. Let me pull one more. No stability. Yeah. Okay. So King of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles came out. Okay. So a lot of this a lot of this has to do with like work and your financial stability, fear of that, using work as a distraction to avoid facing your problems. There's been some realizations about this in the collective. It could also have to do with a male in your life that's an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. And then I want to get a little bit more info on this 7 of Swords, the healing. Yeah, healing that. So, 7 of Swords, deception. It could have been from the star. The star is also representative of Aquarius. So conclusions are within reach if there was some deception that involved an Aquarius in your life, or healing that self-deception. Okay, go for hope and optimism going forward to obtain to attract into your life the energy that you put out. Okay. And just honesty, like 7 of Swords, I put it in reverse. Honesty, healing. Okay. Let me get some more info on this Page of Swords, Ace of Wands. Yeah. This is all about. This is it. These two cards. It's time to take action, guys. A fresh start, and you're pursuing your passions, creativity, inspiration, not being an observer anymore, guys. Like it's time to take action. This is very clear that this is the message. Okay. And then 5 of Pentacles. So this is the overall energy. 5 of Pentacles is also about financial problems, but it's also about feeling left out in the cold. And so there could be, with the 10 of Wands, there could be like a lot of financial stress that's coming up multiple times in this reading, but also just having a lot of burdens from our relationships, insecurities in our relationships, ego, not coming from a place of love. Okay. But I do see acceptance and surrender here too, guys. So, that's huge. That's just like a huge part of this. This is what I was feeling all day. The full square one, walking away, acceptance, surrendering to the process, surrendering to the reality, the truth, okay? But I do feel like there's a lot of financial burdens in the collective right now. But it will pass, guys, okay? It will pass. Also, don't use work to avoid dealing with your issues, okay? And also, if you're feeling burdened by being left out in the cold from someone, if that's causing a lot of, heaviness, okay, in your life, 10 of Wands, that's like max burdens possible. And just, feeling just out of luck, it'll pass, guys. It'll pass, okay? Just don't forget that, it was very clear that there's a lot of tests happening right now. And I typically feel the energy several days before my collective, so just be aware of that's coming. Okay, and it's how you decide to handle that situation. Conclusions are within reach. If you decide to stay in your fear and ego-based thoughts, or switch your energy to come from a place of love. Okay, this is defining the next chapter that's happening now. All right. So just keep working on healing, pursuing your passions from a place of love, and being honest with yourself, and you'll be all right, guys. Take action on those things, okay? That's all we have control over, is our own emotions, our own actions. That's literally the only thing in life that we have control over, and that's what's going to gain momentum as this new chapter progresses. So pretty heavy stuff, huh? So yeah, I'm probably gonna do some love readings for September a little bit later in the week, and then before September 3rd, I'll do a new moon in Pisces reading, and we'll see how things are going. But other than that, I hope all you guys are doing well. But just remember this key thing from this reading is, if you want different, you have to move different. Okay? All right, I'll talk to you guys next time.